Veeam One is an incredible monitoring tool, and it does an excellent job of monitoring your Veeam backup from Microsoft 365 environment. With tons of reports, you can monitor your proxies, your repositories, and the restore processes that are happening on your individual servers. Let's go ahead and take a look at our dashboards and our configuration for management and alarms right now. Veeam One client offers a one-stop stop, taking a look at all of the jobs across all of the servers in your organization. As you can see, we have multiple servers added in here. We can see an overview of the health of each one of those servers and the ability to dig into any of the servers we suspect are having issues. Now we can get some insights based off the color of the dots here. So we're going to trace down the red dot to see what might be the issue with this environment. So we can select the backup proxies, the proxy pools, and expand this to see we have a server with a little exclamation mark on it. When we dive a little deeper in, we can see that this server may not be online, and it gives us some additional steps to check out and dig deeper into why this might be. We have this additional performance section, and if we look at individual proxies, we can see if, say, one proxy is getting overwhelmed and not being used and utilized across the board evenly. There are tons of alarms that we can dive into and enable, as well as modify in cases of special needs. Taking a look at, say, the unusual job duration. If we know our environment takes a significant amount of time to run a certain job, we can have additional rules and defined sets for that job to make sure it doesn't give us false positives, or if we know a job should be running in a much shorter period of time and we're not catching that at an earlier stage, we can then define a scope that shows problems to get ahead of that type of issue. One of my favorite reports is the Restore Activity Report. The Restore Activity Report allows us to see who is restoring data and if they're doing an export, a restore back to original location, and many other data operations for restore. You can even add custom notes to say, hey, if this triggers during these periods of time, please make sure you're contacting a certain phone number, email, or creating a ticket inside of a system. Next, let's take a look at the Veeam One web client. There are some built-in dashboards for these different areas, including the Veeam backup from Microsoft 365. These are what I like to refer to as your coffee windows. You can come in and have a high-level overlook to see what your average duration are, whether it is above average, below average, whether your jobs have been successful, and how many of certain kinds of jobs that you're reporting in your infrastructure. Another great option here is under Protected Objects Overview. This Protected Objects Overview will let you know at a single glance, are all of my users in my organization being protected right now? If they haven't run the job or they've been removed, you'll get a notification here letting you know you may have a problem. Another great report is the Restore and Security Audit Report. What this does is let you know what kind of restores are happening in your organization, who are doing those restores, and how often these restores are happening. You can even run this report on a daily schedule and have it emailed directly to you with the Restore Operator's activity. Under the Restore Operator activity, we can take a look at one of the reports that have already run. And as you can see, we see a lot of those same statistics that we saw in that coffee window. But the more interesting side, we have a much deeper look at all types of restores, who did those restores, what type of data it was, and at what times of day those operations happened. As you can see, Veeam One offers some incredible insights into your Veeam backup for Microsoft 365 environment and allows you to stay on top of any type of potential issues and monitoring in your organization.